Welcome to Khayelitsha, where two men are flipping the narrative. How did you come up with the idea to take tourists on a run around your neighborhood?
The running, it came through the culture, of course, that is currently happening in the township of Khayelitsha, where literally everyone just wakes up and jog, like myself. But of course, it was interesting to kind of like want to invite people and come and join us and do what locals are doing in the townships of Khayelitsha.
They run their own business by literally running tourists around the town. Strap on your shoes and go.
It's like convincing your parents that you're just going to wake up and run with a white person or run with a guest around the neighborhood. Like, how do you explain that? And I know.
Let's get a few looks, eh?
We're just going to go for a jog. And it's like, is that a job? You're like, yeah, no, I'm literally, that's what we do.
And this is no ordinary community. Khayelitsha was established on sandy floodplains, not suitable for housing during the apartheid years. The population is informally estimated at 1 million plus and growing. Half of them are unemployed. Many struggle to put food on the table, and crime is through the roof.
6 people have been shot dead in Khayelitsha amid a surge of gang violence on the Cape Flats.
Police are probing yet another mass shooting in Khayelitsha.
A shooting spree at a local tavern in Khayelitsha.
Most Cape Townians don't venture here. They're too scared. Even the sound operator I hired refused to take the job today. Ayanda and Bantu know what it's like. They know the stats. They know its reputation, but they also know there's a whole different side to Khayelitsha than what you hear on the news. What are some of the misconceptions do you guys believe of Khayelitsha?
It's unsafe, it's crime, poverty, no good infrastructure. And of course, when, like Ayanda was saying, when people are coming inside of Khayelitsha, they get sometimes to be disappointed of how much their community has developed.
Their running tours are the flip side to all of that. Ayanda and Bantu see themselves as entrepreneurs, ambassadors, and they've become a massive hit, receiving rave reviews from tourists.
We changed the way that people view tourism. And we thought that tourism in its past was all about the big buses, the curated routes where people come with cars and the barrier between the guest and the community. And then through running, there's nothing else. It's just me, you, the streets, and someone is literally that close to you. So moving around is not only great for us, because now we're able to host people and talk more about our community and share more about like the different challenges that we have, but also dismiss a lot of the misconceptions and fears.
Fear keeps many tourists away from settlements like this, and for Ayanda and Bantu, it's hard getting traction when people are scared.
So it gets to affect us when Uber drivers don't want to drive people from the city center to Khayelitsha or from the airport to just do a transfer to Khayelitsha. So those things, sometimes they can take business away from us, and sometimes they can help us to kind of like build a narrative that's shaping the world, and that's really from the locals' perspective. But it does play a role because some of the people, you'd find that they are Cape Townians, but they've never been to this side of the town.
There's a network of businesses here trying to uplift the community. Ayanda and Bantu introduced me to Seki, who has brought overseas experience to his beloved community. He wants to show everyone you can be a success in Khayelitsha, and his is going off. Hey, I heard when you wanted to set up a coffee shop here in Khayelitsha, everyone thought you were crazy. What's the story?
Everyone thought I was crazy, yeah. Everyone thought I was crazy. Yeah, so the background is based on me being inspired or me being exposed in the coffee industry at a very young age, and me getting opportunities of working in different coffee shops and opening up stores in the UK. So in London, so that's where the big shift was for me, and actually wanted this type of business for my community. The negative stories that will come out of this community will only make people not to come and experience it. So it's very important for us that we tell these good stories and people get to hear them, because by doing that, it changes the whole scenario, if you call it like that, because with what we are doing here, we're creating jobs. Yeah. We are making our area more safer and giving the opportunity to the people that don't really have much of opportunities. So we are actually part of building this community. So it's something that is great.
Thank you very much for that coffee.
Thank you. Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice one.
Oh, good.
Told everyone in New Zealand now
Yeah.
where the best coffee is.
Only if you say the flat whites are from New Zealand. Huh?
Definitely. If I'm meeting a New Zealand, I will tell them flat white best from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Australia definitely is them. Yeah. South Africa, it's definitely us.
The Khayelitsha that Ayanda and Bantu know is vibrant. Sure, there's the crime and poverty, you can't escape that, but there's also a beating heart and a committed community trying to turn things around. This is where Bantu was raised.
You grew up down the road, huh?
Yeah, just opposite the road. So the community of Khayelitsha is divided alphabetically. Across the road, it will be a W section. Right down this road, you have S and in Z section. So Khayelitsha is created around that. And even this community on your left-hand side, TR, it's taken from the alphabetical formal community that's on the opposite side. Yeah. Because of the first people who settled here, they were coming either from R or T section, and then they named their community TR section.
Right in the heart of this makeshift suburb is a special hub built from nothing, but having a massive impact. This shed is a musical school. Sometimes 30 kids fill the space. The sandy area is a soccer field. The area often has mentors and role models walking around. Like these two, they call themselves community listeners and are committed to improving the mental health of people in their town.
We are community listeners. We were trained to be community listeners, which is we offer a space for people who want to come to offload the event. Yeah.
In New Zealand, it's really hard for men to express their thoughts and their feelings. Is that similar here?
Yeah. It's similar, and it's very difficult when you face someone who's gonna like hold like their feelings. Yeah. So
inside, eh?
Yeah. So you have to find them to be comfortable. So yeah.
Most of the people, they became so scared to talk, né? But we find a solution to make them talk.
And here's a Piwe, another community leader and a serious musician. He and his brother designed this hub for their community. It's also where his brother lives.
You like our rugby team?
Oh, God, I love the energy.
The haka. Yeah.
Yes, the haka.
Oh, awesome.
That's what I love, the spirit of warriors. You can tell that these guys are here to represent the nation.
Hey, what I love is what you've done here. So you're the designer, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
With my brother, he's the one who saw the beauty of the landscape that we have just behind here. Because before it was this, it was just an illegal dumping site.
Some people who have never been to Khayelitsha, they're afraid and they've seen the media and they think it's dangerous. What does Khayelitsha mean to you?
Khayelitsha, to me, it means a place of opportunities because people know it for gangsterism, and that's what's on the net. When you are searching about Khayelitsha, we need to not shy away from that. And also having a space like this in the informal settlements, it's a great privilege to have a space that is filled with nature. We are really hopeful and a great place for opportunities. There are great artists coming from here. There are great entrepreneurs. There are great tourist people that are doing amazing work. We thank people like you for coming to expose and give us the chance to really narrate our story in our own voices.
How special is it for you to bring foreigners here or to understand the community here? Yeah, because you're changing perspectives, right? Yeah.
The contrast is that this part of the community is one that tries and address the lack of. For an example, in many informal communities, there are no public parks for kids. So most of the time, kids play right next to the road. And then what Abhiu and his wife have been able to do is create a safe space where kids are able to come after school and get full ownership. And then who has a view like that?
I know, right? These are sacred mountains. Yeah.
Where you wake up and you see the Table Mountain, you see a beautiful sunset.
Bantu and Ayanda get that they are privileged relative to so many others here. They're educated, entrepreneurial, and don't have to trudge out before dawn on long bus rides to work, like so many others who struggle to get by here.
For me, I feel like I'm very lucky to have achieved what I achieved and to be doing what I'm doing in my own neighborhood, because now I work, sleep, and play in my own community, which is something that most people, they don't get to do.
A lot of the times we get asked, so upumlungu, which is, where's the white person that's employing? You're like, no, I started it. They're like, nah, it can't be, man. Definitely somewhere, somehow, there's a white person involved. And it's having to dismiss that and stand up on your own. But when they see you, they get motivated. You get those silent dabs, like, yeah, my man, they're paramisa, meaning I'm literally inspired.
These two consider it an honor to be doing what they're doing. It's a privilege for me to share their story. It can be tough here, it's unrelenting, and it couldn't be further from life for most of us in Aotearoa. But there's a familiarity too. It's rich in people and culture. It's got a rhythm and vibrancy that left me feeling positive for its future.